Welcome back to another episode of Spilling the Tea with Angie and Abby. It's been a hot minute since our last chat, so sit back, chillax, and enjoy the tea we are about to spill.
Whether you like it or not, no topic is off limits. Mom and I only know how to talk with no filters and a spoonful of sarcasm. So in other words, don't get butthurt. It's 2026. Why are you all still pussies?
Actually, I know why I am still a pussy. I do not like your snake. I do not. I'm sorry. I have to bring that up right now because unfortunately I am near the snake and the mister just went off and I was freaking out a little bit. And she's Abby over here trying to give me some info on how to take care of a snake.
Yeah, she don't care about them or their well-being. She just wants my cheddar to die.
Dude, why did you name... Okay, cheddar is a messed up name for a snake also. I just want to point that out.
Well, Joe's kids came up with it. Or my little cousins came up with the name Cheddar for our snake because she is a yellow albino ball python.
But I think of, cheese, obviously.
Yeah, that's the
I
whole
like
point.
cheese, but I do not like your cheddar.
But she's sweet.
I'm a pussy when it comes to snakes. I guess
She's the
that's what I'm
sweetest.
getting
Even
at.
Leroy loves her.
Yeah, Leroy should not be near that thing. That's gross. It has no...
You just wait till he's a snake wrangler at kids' birthday parties.
Ugh. And speaking of snakes, I'm just going to dive right into this topic that you brought up. Kinks. You wanted to talk about kinks, and I said, well, sure. Why not?
Wait, how did snakes and kinks correspond? Mom, you got something you want to share with our listeners?
No. What I think of when I think of snake is like a weird... It's a weird animal to have as a pet, number one. It can't love you. And so there's some weird people that are like, have those weird, strange addictions where they're like, yes.
I will actually say, ever since I got her, she has been my new fixation. Like, when I think, you know how I am with shopping, too. I was clothes shopping for the wedding. And, like, I even got approved for, like, a second look for the reception party and stuff. Because it's going to be, cold. And I don't want to wear strapless dress all night. Point is that I was having a hard time finding clothes, Mom. I had an easier time finding 50 million hides for my snake. Logs.
That is messed up. That is messed up.
I'm having a hard time shopping for myself, but I can find 50 million things for my snake.
So that's not a kink, I guess, but it's kind of a kink, strange addiction.
It's definitely a new fixation. Yeah.
I do not like it.
I love her.
Snakes are not...
How can you love?
Oh, God. The eyes.
She comes and she sits and she wraps around my neck and she just sits there.
Well, the only thing I do like about a snake is it eats mice, and I hate mice. So I guess I'll go with that and just Cheddar. Nice to meet you. I'm glad I can't see you.
She is kind of stupid. One day when we were feeding her a mouse, she tried, her aim was off. She's still a baby, but her aim was off and she hit the tongs instead, and she just kind of like rolled back into her hide and gave up because I think she was embarrassed. So that I
don't think it has feelings.
Yeah, she does.
I don't think reptiles are able to have feelings.
Yes, they do. Just like, did you know that bearded dragons, the most common reptile people know, they change colors based off of their mood. So when they're happy, like if let's say my friend had a light orange bearded dragon, and when he was happy, he would turn bright orange, like super neon orange. And when he got mad, his neck would turn black.
I've never paid attention to any of that. I just think that it's an exotic animal.
I think it's a stigmatism that people have been made to be scared of. And I think that because snakes' only reaction is to bite. You know, they don't have arms or legs or anything. So no matter what it is going to be, it's probably going to be a bite. But I think that a lot of people have purposely made a stigma over snakes.
Yeah, I suppose. Okay, so this is going to be a really, I'm making messed up connections here today. So the whole snake biting and everything else, that's all they can really do, right? So when I had Emmett, my grandson, your nephew, when I had him, he decided for some dumb reason to like, I don't know, hey, let's see if this car will fit in Luna's butt, our dog's butt. And so I went, and I didn't see him do it. He didn't express that he was going to do it. He just like looked at me all weird, and I should have taken that as a clue, like Emmett's gonna do something. But instead I was like, I'm cleaning. And then all of a sudden I hear, ruff. And he's like, oh, Luna tried to bite me. And he was like freaking out about it. And Luna jumped up on the bed. She hit her butt. Like right away her butt was on the bed.
Poor baby
and she
girl.
just gave me this look, and I went, Emmett, what did you do? And he's like, she tried to bite me because I tried to put this car in her butt.
Why? What the? Kids are so weird.
But he's been on this like weird kick of learning. Like, I'm not justifying his actions, all right? I yelled at him and everything. I told him it wasn't good. Luna only knows how to bark. You know?
Yeah,
and
you know she's an
so
animal.
He's like, she tried to bite me. I'm like, I don't want him going back.
Know how to bite. Oh.
Yeah, that's the weird connection I'm connecting. So yes, snakes only bite. And so maybe that's their way of communicating.
And most
maybe
of the time, too, it's a handler issue. Just like my cousin, she was trying to feed her snake, which I hate when I hear snake owners about doing this, is she tried to feed the snake without her tongs.
Yeah.
So, like, they only see, like, heat receptors. That's how they see. So all the snake basically saw was a heated thing next to a heated rat, and then your hand touched the rat, so now you smell like the rat, so of course you're gonna get bit by your snake. Like, don't feed your snake by hand.
Well, yeah, and also don't put a Matchbox car near a dog's butt.
Yeah.
What ended up happening with that? Sorry, I need to go back to that because it was really messed up, and I had to explain to him, a 4-year-old, that hey, Luna cannot communicate with you. The only way she doesn't use words. She just barks. If she wanted to bite you, she would have bit you. What she did was, and then jumped on our bed like, help me. He tried to stick something up there. And now to this, like, he's gone. He went back to his parents, and Luna still looks around like she's going to get something.
Poor girl. She's on high alert.
I don't mean to laugh, but right before he did it, he was asking me why I was peeing out of my butt. And I said, because I'm a girl. And I didn't want to explain any more than that.
Yeah,
and he's like,
it's awkward when kids ask too many questions.
Yeah, and he was asking 100,000 questions.
And it makes you feel weird because it's like, what did I do to make you ask these questions?
Not only that,
you gotta remember, like, I always have to remind myself that Leroy's just a kid because he'll ask the same questions like, Mom, I hear you pee. Why you just wipe? And it's like, how do you answer that? But then it's like, because I'm a girl.
I know. And then, and I couldn't leave the door shut of the bathroom because Emmett is very curious right now, is asking 1,000 questions and is trying to figure life out. And when he asked me about peeing out of my butt, he then saw me, like, I wasn't trying to like cover up or anything, but I also wasn't being gross about it. But I wiped, he's my grandson, whatever. But I wiped, and then all of a sudden he went to pee like 20 minutes later, and he was wiping.
Yeah, he was wiping because they're confused. They don't know. He was
wiping his pee-pee, and he's like, "What? Why are you looking at me? I'm just doing what you did." I'm like, it's okay.
Like, leave me alone. I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, it was cute.
Leroy wouldn't pee standing for the longest time till Uncle Garrett couldn't use the bathroom one day because someone else was in there, so he went and peed off the porch, and that became Leroy's new asphyxiation, is peeing off the porch. And even at his dad's house, he's like, "Oh, I gotta go pee. So, someone's in the bathroom for 2 seconds. Let me go pee off the porch." And they have to tell him like, we don't do that here. We're in town. Like,
that's what he reminds me a lot of you because he has that like that mentality you had when you were younger. Even now, like he's a go-getter.
I'm just gonna do it. Yeah,
whatever. I'll just do it right over here. I'm surprised he didn't pee in a cat litter box yet.
Honestly, I could see it. I remember the one time. This was like, he was like 3 years old at this time, and we were at the farm. And I had to pee so bad. And we were outside working in the barn. And I was cleaning out one of the pens. And I had to pee. And
let me guess, you went in the gutter?
So I had to piss in the gutter. And next thing you know, Leroy is always trying to piss in the gutter.
You did it. Why can't he? And I remember, we're spilling the tea. I remember you coming home from Aunt Mary's saying, "Hey, Mom, I took a crap in the gutter.
gutter.
Like, you were so excited you pooped in the gutter, and I'm like, why is that exciting?
Like,
you pulled your pants down in front of a couple people and a bunch of cows and pooped, and you were like, Mom, I pooped in the gutter. I'm an animal.
And now I can't poop in the bathroom with my boyfriend in there, so riddle me that one.
We'll give it like 10 years, and you'll be able to poop with the door open and have a conversation.
Oh, I do it. I do it with my brothers.
I will have a full-blown conversation with
and
Dad.
then they're like, Abby.
I will look right into his soul while I'm pinching one off.
Oh, I won't. I'll
I'll
sit in the dark, especially because you can't see somebody in the dark in our bathroom, you know? So I'm sitting there one day in the dark, silent, and I see Garrett's reflection in the window coming. So I waited till he got like
Garrett's
around
my
the
son,
corner.
your brother, so everyone knows.
And I waited till he gets around the corner, and I just went, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, I just see him jump, go, Jesus, you could have just said you were in there or shut the door.
No, it's Abby. She needed to do it the right way.
No, I'm a mom.
Yeah,
I also want to point out. Open.
I also want to point out
that's a mom thing.
Yeah, it is a mom thing. That when I do go to the bathroom and take a shit and stare into Dad's soul, I will then also, maybe 10 minutes later, complain to him that I don't think he finds me attractive. Or why aren't we doing it? But in my head, I know that I just took a crap, staring into his soul, talking to him.
I don't do things like that, but like I was telling you earlier, Austin will do that balls, and I'm like, really, dude, just like hate me now?
Austin likes to pretend he's got Tourette's.
I swear.
I don't think he really likes to pretend.
I seriously think that's just his tick. Like, why do you want to say balls that bad? It just must be like a guilty conscience.
And he's older, too. You would think that he would be over that ball.
For real! Like, guilty conscience? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's his weird kink.
Yeah. Also, weird that you bring that up, because last night I was watching a show. Oh, it was on HBO. I forget what it was called. But, no, it was on Netflix. But there was these guys that were putting, like, cocaine or whatever in a fake cow's balls. Or testicles. What? The cow would come in and it would be like it was a prosthetic ball or testicle on the cow, and then they would cut it
on the cow.
It was weird. It's a show. It was weird.
Like with the udder, like a cow, like a female.
Oh, I meant a bull. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was like,
no, it had the bull. It was a. The guy's like, what are you showing me? He's like, we just smuggled in $100,000 of cocaine, and then
holy crap! Yeah, cut him off the steer.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it was gross.
Crazy.
It was on a show.
That's interesting way to smuggle drugs.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this and you smuggle drugs, put it in a testicles of a cow, I guess,
or Maxwell's favorite, a horse strap-on.
Ooh.
Yes.
Max is my other son.
Max is my younger brother. I am a club goer. I like going out to the bars and having fun, you know. And Max, I couldn't figure out why this club, Excess in Green Bay, Wisconsin, is amazing. I love the place. It's literally been the hoot since my mom was my age. And now I get to go, and I love it. It's a great time. Like, no matter who you are, no matter what type of people, I liked it for the same reason. Everybody.
I liked it for the same reason. The music was just loud.
Fun. Yeah. You know, you can go there. It's good energy. Point is, I could not fathom why Max did not like going here. And he tells me,
club,
yeah, it's a gay club, but you know, you do get those vibes, but I guess you just have to. It's fun. It's good vibes, but. He went there on something they have called Fetish Night. And this guy during Fetish Night was wearing a horse strap-on.
That's the most messed up thing I've ever heard.
It is.
A horse strap-on.
It is. But you know what? Weird kinks, man. And so I guess Max saw this guy with the horse strap-on and he got traumatized. Well, fast forward. Abby's smoking a cigarette outside Excess. Having a grand old talk with people, and all of a sudden, I'm saying, yeah, my brother don't like coming here because he saw a dude with a horse strap on in a like purple thong, bro, and that like scared the hell out of him.
And the guy you were expressing this to
ended up being horse strap on guy, and that was
So did you get his real name, or is he forever going to be horse?
No, and I told him straight out, I'm just going to call him HC. It doesn't make sense because, a horse cock is not necessarily a horse strap-on, but he gets the point.
My point is, that's weird. Also, if they make a horse one, I have never looked into this, but if they
Look at what Matthew had!
Just hang on. Yeah, it looked like it was a dildo that looked like an octopus, and it was creepy.
Ugh.
Anyway, now that we're talking about dildos, I gotta tell you about Grandpa Joe. But anyway, I need to know if they have other kind of weird, like, do they have a chicken strap on? Like a chicken cock?
There's companies that make
that's gross.
Custom dildos. Like, you can get anything nowadays.
That's gross.
Think you could take a clone of Willy and make anything with a clone of Willy.
Well, I think that's gross because then they're making people want to screw more animals, and there's enough people in this world that screw animals, and it's nasty.
Well, that's weird kinks.
Yeah, it's a kink.
Weird kinks,
Speaking of Grandpa Joe, like I said, I needed to talk to you
about.
Oh, God. Was we only see him every once in a great while. This is my husband's bio dad. And,
which, mind you, none of us kids even see him or talk to him. Like, not even our brother Colton.
Like, he's crazy, okay? Everyone knows that he's crazy. So we ran into him. This was when we needed a good laugh. It was around Dad's, cancer treatments. I think we were in 4th or 5th round where we went just to go out for a little bit. We had $50 total. Wanted to just get some adult time in at a casino quick. We ran into Grandpa Joe, and he was telling us this grand old story of how he was going to court, or he was in court, and someone was putting a restraining order on him, and both Dad and I looked at each other like, gee, I wonder how many other people put restraining orders on him, because he's crazy.
For real.
I love him, but he's crazy.
I don't love him.
So
he's always giving me bad vibes.
He says to us, it's crowded where we are. This guy has no volume, no filters, nothing, and that's what I love about him. And so we get to the point where he's telling us about how they put this restraining order on him and everything, and this woman did. And he goes, and all I did is, now, mind you, I don't believe this story. And you're taking a drink, so I don't know if I should tell you right now. But he stands up and he goes, all I know is I took this purple dildo out and I said, DNA test this. DNA test this. And I slapped it on the table in front of the judge. I'm like, you what? He's like, yeah, that's what I did. I slapped the dildo on the table. I'm like, and you're not arrested? No, they just told me to knock it off.
For real, what?
According to Grandpa Joe, he slapped the dildo that he whipped out of his pocket and slapped it on the desk.
How small was this dildo?
It wasn't. So my thing is, what on God's green earth why would the judge need to see a used dildo? And why would someone DNA test it? According to Grandpa Joe, it was because she was at his house and he used it on her. Well, you could have also been a creeper and went to his house.
Was it like this dude trying to sexually assault?
Yeah, he could have went to her house and shoved it in and went, now I'll get him in court.
What the fuck?
It was a weird story, but one that needed to be shared. So, thank you, Grandpa Joe.
I don't know, but...
No, I will tell you why I'm saying thank you. Because every once in a while, Dad will be talking about something, and sorry, babe, not sorry. I will have either dialed out, or I will all I can think of is DNA test this, something like that. So So what I'll do is Dad will be like, I'm gonna give an example. It's not a real one, but I'll be like, Dad will say something like, well, and then I was at work, and then this guy did this, and I'll be like, oh yeah, DNA test this. Oh, it's out of the blue. That's
hold on, that's me in Austin with this one video we saw of this dude, and he's on a stream, and it's this big black guy with a huge buffet of food in front of him, and he has the mic really close to his mouth, and he's eating the food, and he's in there you feel me? Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. And we're like, what the fuck?
See what you look like when you do that.
You feel me? So then, every now and then...
retarded as you sound.
So then, every now and then, we'll just look at each other and be like, you feel me?
So you guys do what we do. It's like all these inside jokes. I'll either say DNA test this, or we were recently. I got into the To Catch a Predator or the Takedown with Chris Hansen, and there's this one dude that was on there that was like, or he was talking to, and Chris Hansen will pick out certain phrases that the guy says to the quote unquote minor or whatever, you know, and the one was, and then you said you're gonna get her with this dick. And the way he said it was like dick, you know, and so every once in a while I'm like, hey babe, you want this dick?
Oh my god.
Like I take weird phrases and I work with it, you know.
You have to.
Yeah, so you said you wanted to talk about kinks. I'm not a kinky person. So.
Yeah, okay. Says the lady who is obsessed with 50 Shades of Grey. Unless you're just one of those white women who, like, fantasized about being dominated until it actually happened.
But the thing is, I was also in some not really good relationships prior to Dad. So that might have also made...
Nah, you know why? Because when you do, like, I will say this, whatever.
I'm not saying I did that with them. I'm just saying it was like the...
No, I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying, I think that, I ain't judging the people who want that. You know, I really ain't.
No, every once in a while you need someone to take control.
When I look at Austin, I want that same thing, you know? I want him to just dominate me. But it's always, nah, you choose what's for dinner. It's like, what do you mean?
I also like. You're
supposed to be smacking that ass, putting it down, laying it down, and you be like, nah, babe, I'll just pay for whatever dinner you choose. What?
What are you talking about?
I want to be dominated. What's wrong with this?
Oh my god. Anyway, so to the listeners, I want to know: is there any other mother-daughter relationships out there that talk about like sex?
I think people are too afraid to admit when it does because it deems us weird.
We are weird, but you know what? That's okay. It's not like I sit there and like, oh, you know what Dad did to me last night? Oh, he got me from behind. It was weird. I don't do that.
Well...
But you have seen your fair share.
There's a borderline on that one, I guess.
You've seen your fair share by walking in because you wanted to see what we were doing. Oh, Mom's not getting tickled. Bye.
That's not what's happening. Or you have a mom who's like, like a fucking turkey being murdered, bro. Like a turkey being chased after or some shit. And then you're like, oh my god, my mom's being murdered in there. And that's like, oh, she's being murdered. That's all wrong. But not the way that I thought she was being murdered.
My pussy was being murdered. But no, really.
It sounds actually scary when she says it.
Pussy? So my pussy was being murdered. But I will say, when I did that, I also helped people at like a rummage sale. They bought a lot more just to listen to Dad and I when you guys were gone. We lived in New London, and I left the window open just to get some fresh air. Didn't realize there was a rummage sale going on. And then when we got it on and my pussy was being murdered, I was loud.
Kink, you know, cucks.
I didn't know. Shit. No, I didn't know people were even there. And then we got done and I went to smoke a cigarette. I'm like, and there was a couple of people staring towards our window. I'm like, oh shit, we gave them a show. Like, we just helped their rummage.
It'd always be them churchgoers.
From your aspect, now I understand why kids walked in, because I am loud.
Yeah, I think that a lot of times we all have very messed up brains in this family, so a lot of times it's twisted. But it's
you thought I was being murdered.
What do you really think your kids who don't understand sex wanted to see Mom being sexed? No! We thought you were being murdered!
It makes sense now, because you did walk into our bedroom one time wearing a fucking helmet, like a football helmet.
Yeah, I'm traumatized.
Now it makes sense.
I remember that specific time, and I was looking through the keyhole. I was looking through the keyhole in Mom's room, and they thought, you know, as a stepdad, mind you, I was like 6 or 7, so at this point, kids kind of are aware that we don't want to see people's privates, you know, type of deal.
I would hope so.
So, like, why is this weird kid peeping through the peephole, right? But like, my stepsister and I heard a fucking turkey coming out of my parents' room, and all we hear all the time is her ears were cut off, her legs were cut off.
Oh, because we were watching murder shows.
So we're like, what the fuck's going on? Here's my mom being murdered finally by her husband. So then we're like, let's see what's going on in that bitch. So we're like, Peyton's behind me like, shit, what's going on? And I'm like, I don't know, I can't see.
Okay,
so
this makes a lot more sense now.
Bust that fucking shit in. We're gonna see. And it's like, damn. It was not what we wanted.
Yeah, the way you looked.
We did not want to see that.
Your eyes were like, I'm dying inside. Very fast.
Yeah.
I'm dead. And that would make sense. Now that you put it into perspective, we did have murder mystery shows on that were allowed to try to mask us. And then, that would make sense.
And us kids were always, like, I understand, because as a mom, I do feel like it's, like, sometimes kids be purposely doing this shit, especially as a mom now.
All the time.
Because, like, I know Leroy ain't trying, but he'll be, like, almost asleep, and Austin and I'll be like, hey, let's go take a shower, wink, wink, right? So we'll be in the shower. And we'll be, kissing, getting it on a little, and then all of a sudden we'll hear, like, a shuffle outside the door or something. And then you'll just feel it in your heart, like,
my kid's out there.
Hey, what are, who's out there? Hey, Mom, Austin, you done? We play game? Like, what? Why are you sitting out there? I'll wait for you. No!
Go away!
No, we don't want you waiting. It's okay. Why?
At this point, if
me
you're
know
getting
you. One day he goes, me know you naked in there. Yeah, go. We know why.
Colton was 3. Now Colton is 15, but Colton was 3. You guys were at your parents'. He was the only child that was home because he was ours. So his and hers were at their other parents. Ours was at home, and we called it Saturday morning cartoons or Sunday morning church. That was our phrases. Like, you want a Saturday morning cartoons? Yes. So we put cartoons on in the living room. All of a sudden there's a knock. Dad, I know you're humping my mom. Oh my God. I didn't even know he knew what that meant.
Kids are criminal. I swear they're always trying to make you look so weird. Just like recently, I was at my mom's house and Leroy's eating something and he gets it on his hand and he looks at me and goes, Mom, you lick it off. What?
Yeah,
I'm not. And then my mom's like, why the fuck is your kid asking you that?
Why is my grandson saying you can lick it off? Have you done this before?
No.
The way he made it look.
And I think
he was so chill.
It's so he just, I swear he's setting people off sometimes.
Now you know what it was. Imagine more of those. I had 3 in 1 year. You guys were all crazy.
Or he's just makes stuff awkward sometimes. Like one time, we're in a store, and there's this guy who's obviously looking at us, okay? And I noticed it. This was when we just went to bin digging.
Yeah.
There's this hella emo dude digging in these bins, and he's like, oh yeah, hot alt mom, right? Fuck it, I'm gonna keep checking out this bitch and try and get closer to her. I can see it 50 miles away. Yeah. All of a sudden, Leroy looks at the guy and makes eye contact with him, and I'm like, oh shit. And Leroy goes, hi. And the guy just waves at him. And then all of a sudden after Leroy says hi, he looks back at me. Mind you, dude can hear everything. Yeah. He's been watching us and getting closer. He kept making eye contact with us,
Yeah, Leroy has that cool, and not to cut you off, but he has that thing about him where he can make it look like he is not paying attention to anything, but he is absorbing everything. Yes.
So all of a sudden he looks back at me 2 seconds after going hi. The guy smiling, waving back at him. He goes, Mom, that guy keep watching us. And I'm like, what? And he goes, yeah. He keeps smiling at us. And I went, oh, yeah. And then the guy just kind of starts laughing. And that's when I went, okay, let's go find Nana. So we had to find my mom. Because I was like, oh, my God, I don't want this dude coming up and talking about... No, I didn't think I was getting kidnapped. But I didn't want this dude to come and hit on me, especially after he's like, Mom... He watching us, dude's definitely coming, okay, I can't hide it no more.
Don't you hate that, though? Not to bring Colton up again, but when Colton was around his age, We were at Menards, and I think Peyton was.
No, it was me with the Mexican dude. Oh my god!
Talking, and went and he saw someone of color, and he didn't understand because we don't, our community isn't like crazy full of.
He was just little. We literally, little, but you can't say we had no ethnics. Our best friends growing up were Hispanic.
Not just.
So he was not used to it.
No, I know that, but I'm also saying we don't have a lot of cultures around us. But either way, he saw somebody who was darker than him, and he was like telling us, and
Mom, why he dirty?
Why is he so dirty? And it's like, why do you have to say that out loud?
That dude looked at my mom like, you fucking gringo bitch.
And I honestly. I am not like that. I am not racist
it was great.
At all.
It was the best thing ever as a teen girl. Like, hell yeah. I love it when my mom gets embarrassed.
Yeah, kids know how to embarrass parents like that. Like, it's crazy.
Just like Angela knows how to embarrass everyone else around her.
I don't know how. I just have the art.
Oh, she knows. It is an art
it's
when
an
you
art
do it.
Form.
When you do it, it's an art. Because she literally...
I will manifest it in my head.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It's an art form for me. Somebody else tries to do it, they can't. That's just the way it is.
No.
Have you noticed, like, when you're parenting, Emmett, or not Emmett, oh my gosh.
Leroy.
Sorry, I had Emmett for a whole week, so.
When you're parenting.
When you're parenting Leroy, is there anything that you've done that's, like, would be considered unorthodox?
Yeah, actually really unorthodox. And I've had multiple people look at me sideways for two things. First of all, I'm going to start this off with my child has an unordinary emotional awareness to the world, period. Mm-hmm. And he's a farm kid. So we go to the butcher. He knows about death. We talk about death. And honestly, it's actually like...
Well, because you want him to know, like...
Yes, but to a point, since I've noticed he's had this unhealthy fixation with death. And that's what started worrying me.
It's got to be the video games, too. Though.
I think it is a lot the video games in the world that we have. A lot of the cartoons even are just like, let's kill this person. We got to kill these people to save the
and then
world.
You can respawn, and it's like,
yeah,
that's not real life.
I think that is a big part of it.
Yeah.
But the thing that we've had to start doing with food at my house is I don't have an easier time. I don't have as easy as a time his dad has getting him to eat.
Yeah.
They're very good at that. So I have been trying to find lots of ways to get him to eat at my house. And one of the ones that unfortunately work is, wow, we butchered that pig and you don't even want to eat it. But Mom, nope. Wow, you don't want to eat the pig? A pig died. A pig died for you to eat that, and you're not eating it. And then he gets guilty. Like, oh, wow. Like, he realizes a life was taken for this meal. I'm going to eat it. So then he'll, like...
That's amazing.
So now he'll guiltily start eating the food. And it's actually...
That's amazing to me because it's bringing up... I don't know either.
I don't know if that's awful of me, but it works. So...
When you were younger...
Max brought a brownie.
I was going to bring up Brownie. When you were younger, you named a heifer Brownie, and then we butchered Brownie. And then when I said something about getting Brownie's meat, you refused to eat like meat for a solid month because you thought you were eating Brownie every time. You're like, and you were bawling. So how does your take was? I was trying to do the same thing to you.
Pet.
Yeah, so I did that. I did the same thing to you, where I was saying it was Brownie, and then you no, but Leroy's like. Oh,
yeah, or his new thing now has become real meat. Because we said one day, because he didn't trust the bacon, because we had to cut it off the big belly slab, you know?
Yeah.
So he's like, I don't know, that's not real bacon. And then we had to explain how it was. And now he has this thing at my house where he has to eat real meat. So he knows the difference between the butcher packaging... Cool. Between the store-bought packaging.
No, but that's really cool for a 4-year-old.
It is, but oh my God, is it stressful.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yes. One day we bought Aldi's bacon. And we brought out all these bacon. I start cooking it. Half that package. I'm not eating that. It's not real bacon.
Okay, that would be
I was so pissed. So then I took out a different package of the same package, but I switched it out and I put it back in the fridge and I pulled it out again, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't let him see what I was pulling out this time. So, yep, real bacon this time. Yep, ask Austin. Trust Mom. Yep. And he goes, no, Austin fibbed for you. And I went, Austin won't fib for me. Yeah, he will. And I'm like, no, he won't. Just eat the real bacon. God. And then he went, fine. So then he'd eat the bacon, and he literally was like, ugh, I think it's not real bacon, Mom. I think it's not real bacon. Really? Or another unorthodox thing is...
I know you learned from a pro. So.
Leroy, you don't pick up... because he's been really hard on picking up his toys.
Yeah.
Bad.
Every kid is.
So I've started telling him the gremlins will come steal them.
Of course you did.
If you don't pick up your toys, the gremlins are going to start coming and stealing your toys.
I could see you doing that.
It's not works. He says I lie. I'm a liar because the gremlins aren't coming for his
What
toys.
I think it is he's had 4 years to study you because that's what he does. And he's like, this bitch is lying.
I think I'm going to have to start stealing toys and leaving toys out overnight and robbing his toys to make it seem like gremlins are stealing his toys so he'll trust it.
Well, yeah, because all you're doing is, you're threatening, but he ain't seen the result.
That's why Austin's always Austin was telling him a couple weeks ago, Leroy, don't be scared of the dark. There's nothing in the dark. He hasn't but monsters.
And you're talking about gremlins?
Austin's there's no monsters. There's no monsters. And he's like, yeah, but goblins. And we're like, goblins are just made up. Those aren't real. And he's like, yeah, me no, but gremlins. And I'm like, those. And I'm like, great.
You don't want to screw it up.
So then he's like, but gremlins. And Austin goes, oh, those are only in the light. And he's like, oh, really? Yeah. And then we're laying in bed, mind you. So we're laying in bed. He's sleeping in the dark living room. And then all of a sudden, we're stoned laying in bed. And he goes, wait, did we just make him scared of the light now? Because we told the gremlins are the light. I don't think that's the case. I think he's just a little bullhead.
Yeah, he is. He's very stubborn. But now if he keeps the light on when he walks out to go to bed, it's because... Or no. You said they go in the...
Yeah, they go in the light. They are only the light.
Okay, then he'll keep all... He'll end up in the summertime huddled in the dark. I just don't want the gremlins to come.
Leroy, we lied. We're liars.
It's nice to hear some of this because when you guys were growing up, I know I had to improvise a lot. And I feel like that's why I can just come up with things so quick because I had to.
Kids are hard.
And there was this one time the teacher called me and said that Garrett was cheating. And I was like, what? My son's cheating? And then really, honestly, I think all you guys cheat, at one point in time. But she explained, she had this whole story about how he was sitting next to this kid and the kid's doing really good and now he's doing really good. And I'm like, well, switch them, whatever. Well, Grandma lived with us at the time.
Yo,
she was in the
remember this whole
garage.
Thing.
Yeah, she was in the garage with me, and Dad was working on something in the garage. And I brought Garrett out there, and I just sat there and interrogated him and recorded it
and
like
Grandma
an
kept
insane
telling
person.
him how Jesus would remember he was cheating, and he kept getting so mad that she kept bringing Jesus into it.
And he kept he would cry, then not cry, and then sooner or later I let it go. Well, then I find out that the other kid was cheating off of Garrett. Garrett was telling the truth the entire time. Here I am, guilty mom mode went in. I'm like, do I erase the video and pretend like it never happened? No. Instead, I kept it, and now I watch it. I kept it, and I watched it, and I felt so guilty for that little kid in that chair. I'm like, don't listen to your mom. Don't listen to her. There's so many things I've done to you guys. And I've also embarrassed the hell out of you guys growing up because I thought that's what parenting is about. Times. Like Lacey and I.
I mean, I get the embarrassing thing, but nowadays I think that you guys lived in a very different world. Now looking back at when I got mad.
Oh,
I think I was mad at you when I shouldn't have been mad at you. I should have been mad at the kids, I shouldn't have been mad at the one who's enjoying life and just trying to make her kids laugh and joke about it. I think that we made you feel guiltier than what you should have
You did.
been.
We were dressed up like Donald and Daisy, and we looked amazing, Lacey and I. And we were like prancing around the house. We made sure to wait for you guys too when we saw the bus. Then we ran out there. We were prancing around. And what does Abigail do? She just jumps off the bus and tries to tackle me.
No,
crying.
I did
Yeah.
tackle her.
Go in the house!
To the ground.
Stop!
Like linebacker style.
It was crazy. Then it actually pissed me off because I'm like, what did you do? And she's like, people are going to pick on me.
Well, she don't realize we had to go to school for weeks after that, though, and get called retards, and then be like, oh, your mom's retard just like you, Dad.
I can't help it that you were. Well, I can't help it that you were acting all like that, but I can help the fact that I did very much enjoy doing that.
Oh yeah,
I have pictures, of it just to document it.
Oh,
and
I wish out of all 7 of us on the bus that day, how did not a single one of us get it on video though?
I don't know, but also I want to know, as now that you're old enough and you're a parent, would you do that to Leroy?
Yes. I already embarrassed
What if he
Leroy.
tackled you?
Leroy already gets embarrassed when sometimes we're in public and he'll like be looking at a pretty girl and you can tell, whatever. I look at pretty girls too, pretty girls.
Yeah.
So I'll go, oh, Leroy's so pretty, and then he gets beat red. He's like, oh, Mom, and then he'll hide. Or sometimes when he like makes a little mistake, I'm just like, oh, little Leroy, my little baby cannot walk. He'll trip, and I'll be, oh, the little baby.
Oh, he does not like.
So I'll pick him up and I'll like cradle him. Oh, the little baby. Oh,
I'm not a baby.
Me big boy. I'm Leroy. Me big boy.
I'm not a baby.
He gets so
I know.
So
I was like,
mad.
come here,
the other day,
baby.
I carried him, and he was in that like dead toddler sleep. You know how they're like half awake but half asleep, so they're just like lumpy dead weight on you. Sprawled out. I carry him into the living room, and we're all cuddling a little family. He's laid like half on Austin, half on Mom. And all of a sudden I went, oh, Austin, look at the little baby. Isn't our little baby so cute? And he's like, oh, yes, a cute little baby. Literally, he snapped like wide awake. Me not baby! And then he rubs his eyes after he screams, me not baby.
Yeah.
And that's when my new favorite quote of his, you make dinner? Like, every morning he wakes up, that's the first thing out of his mouth. You make dinner?
Okay, now I know he's my blood because, not to change the subject or anything, but like, speaking of dinner, I've been getting massively harassed by your brother Colton about the interest I have in watching people make food. Like, I watch Facebook reels of food. The actual page I'm on is Food Fetish.
Oh yeah, I follow
Foodie Fetish.
that.
And I just love watching them make all kinds of stuff. And Colton's like, I'll be on my phone and be like, what are you watching? Bet you it's food. And it's like, shut the fuck up. It is. Okay, they're making brownies right now. But I get off on it because I don't want to eat all of it.
Some of these things though are like
gross.
What the hell are you making? And it's especially what's that BuzzFeed videos that Tasty makes. Like, what the hell are you making?
But I also watch like decorating a cake. And I'm like, oh, I could do that, but I know I couldn't.
When I went to the DMV, there was videos like, those TikTok baking videos with no words in it, and it's just like the snippets of them doing stuff. They had those playing in the DMV where it said like the cue.
I think I saw that in Appleton with Matthew. Yeah,
and I was like, this is how brain rotted our country has become. They have to play fucking TikToks at the DMV.
I'm over in my bed at like 9 o'clock at night going, and I've caught myself. I can see why Colton picks on me because I've caught myself like, oh yeah, I'd eat that. But then no one knows what else I'm looking at. So they're walking in, seeing me look at my phone with my mouth all open. Oh yeah. Oh, it's like I'm getting off on it.
You know what? I have a problem. I have a problem with my phone being a man's feed. Like, the algorithm gives you things like that, And Austin and I will sit there, and he will watch my stuff for me. Like, we'll pass an hour and a half by, and we're like, holy fuck, we didn't realize we were both just watching my phone. And he's like, why is your shit so funny? It's funnier than mine. I don't know. Why is, how you get, like, the my husband videos? Yeah. Why are mine all my wife? I do this to my girlfriend, rage baiting my girlfriend. Why am I getting the manly videos. My Facebook feed, I open it. Tits. Like, you know how you get those, like, thirst trap ones? Why? Why me?
Because you are a man at heart.
I swear to God I am. Even Austin, not Austin, Lucas, his brother, on Labor Day weekend, we're shooting guns, and I didn't want to shoot guns because they had literal toddlers practicing gun practice with Dad.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to.
White trash bash is all I gotta say, alright? So I was sitting back like, nah. And Zach's like, Abby, don't shoot, which we all know is not Abby. Yeah. But not all the time, but, you know, whatever. Very, 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 very rare. I'm not gonna make myself seem cooler than what I am. I'm not. But
what are you talking about? Anytime to make you look cool, you try.
I try, yeah. Yeah. But, point is that he's like, what do you mean? Abby? You sure you don't want to, Abby? Of course Abby does. And he's like, nah. And all of a sudden he's like, yeah, you know what? I don't understand why you're saying Abby wouldn't. And he's like begging me to come shoot these guns. He's like, but Abby's just a chick with a dick.
Kinda.
And I went, what?
I mean, I know
and
you
goes,
don't
well,
really
why
have a dick.
Why are you invited out to all the things that all the dudes go to, Abby? You ever see their girlfriends there?
Because you and I have that different...
What?
You and I have that different energy because I've always felt like kind of like I could be friends with a guy more than I could be friends with a girl. But then I figured out it was because I'm bisexual, so I could always. Well, I'm claiming I'm bisexual.
I was gonna say I watched a video that actually stated basically that men choose women like us to be best friends because we're partially gay.
See, that's the
we
thing.
have deeper voices, so we're not as intimidating or
Butch.
as attractive as a woman.
I want to point out that I have been trying to tell Dad because he'll make comments every once in a while, and I'm like, I've been with you for 18 years. Like, I have not been with a girl. In over 18 years. He's like, you still did it, so you still are bisexual.
My baby daddy's mom proved to me that you fucking stay 50,000 yards away from lesbians. Oh, do I love women? Yes. My first kiss was a woman.
They're pretty, but they can stay over there. They're too much.
Yes, like, you know what?
Keep crazy over there. I have enough.
Yeah, like, tell me one true-blooded lesbian. True-blooded. But seriously, tell me one true-blooded lesbian you know that's not batshit fucking crazy. You cannot name one.
You're looking at your mother, and I am looking at my daughter, and we're both fucking crazy, and we both like women.
Even when they're 50-50, they're crazy.
So just... Yeah. But I think that's my problem is what was I getting at with the whole bisexual thing?
Oh.
You made me lose my train of thought.
Because,
men. Yeah. So, I feel like it's...
Men.
Yeah, because I feel like with, being bisexual and everything, I've always been able to relate and hang out with a guy versus a girl because if I hung out with a girl for too long, I got in a fight with them. I couldn't handle it anymore. They'd like stress me the hell out, and I'd go fucking batshit crazy on them. So I just stayed away from women, and I was like, "Oh, women are crazy."
Same. I can't joke the same. I can't joke around the same, and I can't make the same comments. Like I can go to Lucas and tell Lucas, "Oh my God, Gracie's rack looks so huge in that shirt today," and he'll be like, "Yeah." I can't go to a chick and be like, dude, your man's ass looks like...
Exactly.
Your man's ass looks so fat in them jeans, girlfriend. Like, that ain't happening.
I could see the outline of his dick.
For real.
Of his dick.
Like, what? Like, I can't do that. Even though I will say, I love Gracie for this, too. Because that's how I can... As much as we drive each other... Because I know I drive her batshit, too, you know?
Gracie is
we
your
drive each
best
other
friend's
nuts.
wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
We drive each other nuts, but I love her. She loves me, you know. But I think one of my things I went like, yeah, it reminds you, you know, what the things that remind you of why you love a person.
Yeah.
And mine was, not most women will say this is why they love their best friend, but it was my birthday dinner. I can't. And she was first time ever meeting Fabio, a.k.a. Austin.
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden...
Austin's name is Fabio.
And then all of a sudden, we're outside, and she just got done meeting him. She begged him to take out his long locks of hair as we're, at the Mexican restaurant. He does it for her.
He's higher maintenance than you.
She gets a little red. Well, no, not that we're together now. But he is a diva. He'd be a diva. But all of a sudden, we're walking back. I'm walking her to her. No. No,
well, they all
weren't.
give off Femi
He is
vibes.
they gave Femi vibes, but he's the first
That's
diva.
because you're kind of more butch.
Yeah, like I will say they gave off femme vibes, but none of them cared actually about what they looked like or about their hygiene.
I will
and
say
stuff
he's
like
the one that
Austin
takes the
does.
most showers.
Yes, like
yeah.
he actually cares about taking care of himself.
Yeah.
He's or like buying clothes and wearing nice clothes and things like that. None of the rest did that.
Which is good.
Point is
Finally.
that I know, right? You found one that can
You finally
shower.
found one that takes showers. Well, you live with your brothers
I
who
think
don't
Kesha
shower.
was an awful example because I watched this video of Kesha when I was younger be like, I only love ugly dudes. And then it was like a picture of Oscar the Grouch in the garbage can. She's like, that dude's sexy as fuck. And I was like, yeah, Kesha.
I go for the ugly.
Yeah, and you know
shower.
me and Kesha, right?
Yeah.
So no, but in all reality, so we're walking back to her car, and she's telling me like, Abby, I just gotta tell you something, okay? You told me he was attractive, and usually we don't have the same type of men. I'm like, yeah, I know. She's like, but he yeah. And she just kind of looks at me, and I was like, oh, yeah, I get it, girl. He make me wet in the regions too.
Oh my God.
And I started laughing, and all of a sudden we see this BMW pull up, right, which is his car, which kids our age aren't owning vehicles like that, all right? They're just not.
No.
So all of a sudden he's pulling up, and she don't know it's his car. So she's like, oh, get out of the way. This person's trying to get in the way. And I just looked down and went, oh, that's Austin. I'll see you later. And she just looks at me and she goes, I see you, queen. I see you. Just kind of looks me up and down. We told Lucas then, because I was like, hey, Lucas, you got to grow your hair now. You got competition. And he's like, why? I'm like, oh, Gracie thinks that Austin's hot. And Lucas is like, what do you mean? And she just kind of looks at her and he goes, you know what? Yeah, Pookie is pretty sexy. Like, what the?
See, that's the thing. Guys can
Best friends.
Yeah, that's it.
So I love her. She loves me. She's not like any other bitch. And
that's good. Yeah, that's good.
I love that hoe. Even though she drive me nuts and I drive her nuts.
I'm pretty sure you drive a lot of people nuts.
I do. That's also why I can't believe a lot of people still stick around.
I also
they do
know
like
that
they do.
I was just as nuts.
They say you get it back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, we wanted to start
we didn't even
thing.
Huh?
We wanted to start a new fun thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to say a quote, and Abby's going to give me her feedback on it, and she's going to say a quote. We both don't know what the quote is.
Came from, or...
Yep. So I'm going to start with mine. This will be kind of like a game thing.
Okay.
Ready? Most men will stick their dick in a chicken sandwich. That came from Love is Blind. Amber from Love is Blind. So what do you think? Do you think most men will stick their dick in a chicken sandwich?
Yes, and I think that's actually been proven, like, time and time again, with the whole, I think
they'll stick their dick in anything.
yes, and I think
put it in a light
comes
socket.
down especially to the fact of if that person can say things that make them feel nice in that moment too. I mean, women are just the same, and I found that actually the hot bitches, they're the scariest ones.
This one isn't very hot.
But I agree. I do think that most men will fuck anything.
Okay, well,
Literally.
I
Especially
gave birth-
if that anything says the nicest, prettiest words in that moment. Because men also, like the same men who will stick their dicks into anything, act like they have the highest egos, right?
Yes, because I could stick it in anything.
Because they can do that.
Yeah.
And so they have these really high egos. But with that being said, you can hurt them so easily too.
Well, yeah. They have mommy issues.
It's just, it's bad. Yeah.
All right, that's my quote.
The world's fucking gross.
Yeah, but also I want to point out that I gave birth to 4 boys, and I helped raise like 5 total. I didn't hope to God they're not sticking their dick in a freaking chicken sandwich. But you live here, and you've seen.
I've seen some
some
of the
stuff.
folks that some of my siblings have been with, and I don't got much room to talk, but
No.
But
neither.
damn. But damn.
No. Hot damn.
But yeah.
They're sticking a dick.
Hot damn. Holy shit. Your man looks like a pile of shit.
So what's your quote?
It's all just gay with extra steps.
What? It's all just gay
With extra steps.
Where is this coming from?
Austin.
Austin said it's
So
all
one
just
day,
gay with extra
my cousin and
No,
I
hang
are
on.
trying
I have to give you what I think about it. It's all just gay with extra steps. Okay, so Austin said it. So, if I really think about it, he is kind of right.
You can't think of it coming from Austin though. You have to just think of the quote. Period.
It's all just gay with extra steps. I would assume that whoever said it, me already knowing it's Austin, would be talking about life in general.
No. But he genuinely. So one day, my cousin and I.
Or is it about like a
we're
person
talking,
being really, really gay?
No, it's not even that. So one day we're talking, and he brings up how oh yeah, I don't mind
Is this
gay
what Austin
people.
sounds like too?
No, it's more like this.
Oh
yeah.
So he doesn't sound like a pirate.
No. So, no, he sounds more like a Squidward.
Oh, okay.
But Squidward said, oh yeah, my girlfriend's bisexual, but not anymore because she's with me, and now she's not gay because she's with a man. And my cousin went, no, buddy, that's not how that works.
See, there's a conversation.
And then we're like, just because she chose to be with a man now doesn't mean that if y'all broke up, she wouldn't go lick pussy again. And he's like, but she's not going to. And then he just kind of looked at me. I was like, no, but what we're getting at is that, like, it doesn't mean I don't want to lick pussy.
It doesn't mean you're not out there looking.
Yes, it's not like I'm not going to still be attracted to women, and I'm not asking you to, like, it's just like saying you're not, like, I don't know how to explain that. Like,
I would consider myself bisexual because it is a part of me,
I'm
but
still
I am not
attracted to women.
I'm attracted, but I'm not dialed into it. Like,
yes, like, I'm not going to go out and find a woman because I'm with you.
Yeah, like, I'm with Dad, so that's the way it's going to be.
That's just how it is. Yes, that's just who I'm with. It doesn't mean I'm not bisexual anymore,
Yeah.
And so we had to have that whole explanation. He got so frustrated, because he was just, truly, it's just all gay with extra steps. And then we're like, no, it's not. So then she's like, so what do you think about, polyamorous people? And he's like, oh my God, that's the worst. That's gay with extra steps.
What the heck?
Yes. So that's what...
Okay.
That's my quote.
Oh.
What do you think of this quote?
I guess I'm just gay with extra steps. That doesn't make sense, though.
Gay with extra steps.
Cheers to gay with extra steps. But that doesn't make sense, though.
Imagine
it really
that being
sense.
your boyfriend. The same boyfriend who's kicked out, he's banned from XS, mind you. The gay club we were talking about earlier. And I don't believe why he says he's banned from XS, mind you. I can't remember why exactly he said, because he says, I only said. And just based off of I only said...
Yeah.
You don't need to tell me what you said. I know you said some fuck shit.
You said something that offended somebody.
You said some fuck shit that offended somebody, and now you're kicked out of the gay club.
I just said. I remember when I was married to John, your late stepdad and boy's brother. We went to Excess.
The boys' dad.
Boys' dad. Why did I say brother? I've been messing up
brother.
my words a lot lately, and it's annoying. Anyway, we went to Excess, and you guys were really young. Either way, we went there, and John knew it was a gay club, but for some reason, he must have, forgot that it was, and I don't know how you could really do that, but he all of a sudden ran out of the bathroom, and I mean walk kind of fast because he was bigger, but he walked out of the bathroom real fast, and he's like, oh my God, I didn't know that it was a guy until he lifted his skirt. And I was like, John, we are at a gay club. He's like, I checked that person out.
Oh my god.
So he was like, I gotta go. And
I
I'm
gotta
like,
leave.
yeah, he's like, this ain't right. I gotta go. And I just, that will always stick with me because I was having a blast that night and we had to leave.
Stupid because this last time I went there with my cousin. Tell me you're special in the head without telling me. Right? I made a bet. I'm like, we're watching this one chick in the gay club, mind you. So we don't know if she's barking up the gay dude's trees or the women's trees.
Yeah.
But she was groping onto her man like a bitch with her fucking Chanel bag, all right? Like, she would not, like, she was just hissing at people walking by type
Then
thing.
why was she even there?
For real. So all of a sudden, I went and I looked at Melissa and I'm like, hey, you pay for all my drinks if I go up and just compliment his shirt. And she goes, what? Dude, you're going to get your ass beat. And I'm like, yeah.
That's
pay for my drinks. You know? And so she's like,
bring it to me in the back alley.
And then all of a sudden, one of her friends is like, or Abby tried to hit on her and see her reaction. And I was like, how much more to get bet if I get beat up for that, right? So then we're like, yeah. So I went up and I'm like, nah. Fuck it. Full send, both of them. So I walk up and I'm like, oh, hi, pretty girl. And I, like, put my hand on her, like, shoulder, wiped her hair a little bit. And I went, I love your hair tonight. And I kind of smiled at her. And I went, oh, hello, aren't you a tall drink of water? To her boyfriend.
Abigail.
And then all of a sudden they're both smiling like, oh, hi. And they were being really nice. And that's when Melissa came in, right? And then we're walking away because it was just working out too well. So I was like, oh shit, abort mission, right? Oh yeah, thanks for the drink, bye. Got the free drink, abort. So I aborted mission. Also, we're outside smoking a cigarette and they're outside. They're talking to me. All of a sudden I'm like, fuck. Should we go back in? And she's like, do you think they are like, do you think they think you want to be their third? And I'm like, dude, wait, did we just accidentally set myself up with me trying to get free drinks? And she's like, I think you just set yourself up trying to get free drinks. All of a sudden we're leaving and the girl's like, you're leaving already? And she's literally going like with her, pushing her shoulders out, doing the little shimmy with her chest out. And I'm like, oh, damn, she making the move. And I looked at Melissa like, haha, you owe me a free night out next time. And so I'm like, oh yeah, I'm leaving. Have a good night, dear. Hee. We left. All of a sudden, I'm walking back like, dude, you owe me free drinks. And she went, no, you're the stupid idiot. Of course that was going to work, dumbass. We're at a gay club and you just hit on a fucking woman. And I'm like, damn, fuck. She totally just baited me. She baited my dumbass.
Now you have to try to offend somebody else.
No, she says I can't offend people.
Well, I mean, that's ideally the right thing to do in life is not to offend people. But people get butthurt about everything.
Yeah, you don't have to even try to offend people and offend somebody, like, straight up.
No, but I will raise a point that, have you ever seen My 600-Pound Life?
No.
Okay,
yeah. I am I paid my bills. My bills are paid.
Yeah, there is a doctor on there, Dr. Now is his name, I think. And he straight up looks at the people and just says it like it is, and it comes off very offensive, but it's like literally the truth. And so if I am feeling, this is ridiculous, but this is what I do, hear me out. If I'm super hungry but I already ate and like I know I don't need to eat, I will put My 600-Pound Life on and listen to him. And he's literally, the girl's like, I'm starving, as she's got a mask on her face. She can't fucking breathe because she can't move. She hasn't walked in like 5 years, and she's starving. He's like, no, you're not. You got enough fat on you to last a year or 2 years or whatever he said. And he's just so brutal. Rude. He's so brutal. And then I come to find out they have magnets that you can buy on Amazon of some of his sayings to put on your fridge. And Mother's Day is coming up.
Oh my God, hell
I need to have me some.
That's just as bad as the cabinet. They make like these cabinet things that you put on your cabinet, so when the door opens, it moos at you. So like people put this mooing thing on the snack cabinet, so when you go to snack, you're getting mooed at.
I had a cow.
That's crazy crunchy mom shit.
I had a cow, cat or a cat. Cat's right there. So yeah, I think something's wrong. I don't know. Either way, I had a cow cookie jar that you would open up and it would moo. And
Mary had one of those.
And I'd always feel so stupid, like, oh, I don't need this. I'm just saying, Dr. Now.
I need that.
Dr. Now is somebody
snack basket next to the bed.
Yeah, we need more Dr. Nows and just put people in reality. Like, doctor, do you think I'm going to be able to make it? No. You are not.
As much as I am for body positivity, I think that every woman is beautiful. Big, small, tall, short. All of us are beautiful. But it also is very unrealistic to still go, I can't be beautiful, but I can't try to better myself to be healthier. Obviously, being overweight isn't healthy. It's still healthy to love yourself, and you can still love yourself 100%. In those moments. But it's also an unhealthy expectation to say that I can stay this way and still be healthy the rest of my life.
So you brought something up last night to me on the phone about how you the way I would leave the house.
Looking back at you, I didn't look at you, and I don't remember you being a bigger woman. But seeing you in pictures, I do go, wow! I didn't realize that's how big you were.
But I also had makeup on at the time, and my hair, I would always try to do something. I always try to leave the house, and you made the comment, I would say, can't leave
without my face on.
Can't leave the house without my face on. When you said something about that last night, I was laying in bed, and I was like, why? Today I put eye makeup on. But I was like, why don't I wear as much makeup anymore? And I think, honestly, the more I think about it, it's because I always felt when my bigger self, I always felt like makeup would make me look better because I was so big, and maybe if it would hide or mask
and
myself.
And now you maybe feel like you don't need to do that?
Yeah, now I'm more comfortable. I mean, I still have a lot of things I do not like
I think
about
that's
my
also
body.
something, though, that society does to makeup is that, and especially, society, just period. Women cannot genuinely, nowadays it's not as bad, but women cannot wear makeup without people questioning, what are you doing?
What are your motives?
Yeah, why are you all dressed up? Why is your makeup all pretty today? What are you going to do that you're doing this? And it's I think that people forgot that makeup is supposed to be an empowerment. It's supposed to enhance what you have. It's not supposed to, and I think, people use it to cover these things and everything, but, you can use it for that. You can use it for wanting to hype yourself up and feel more beautiful. It's just tattoos.
I just know that
it's just anything. You want to put a sticker on your fucking Jeep, put a sticker on your Jeep,
Leave
put
my
that
Jeep out of this.
Put that eyeliner on, make your beautiful eyes pop, enhance
but
what
I just
you have.
What you said really hit me a lot, because I'm I don't wear as much makeup now as I do as I did, and I remember caking it on my face back then, and now I'm I will wear it maybe once a month, maybe.
Make yourself feel special.
And it does, but I also feel very good without it. And I just think that when I look at Facebook or wherever, it's just in general, even out in the real world, I do see I've noticed more plus size women doing more to their face and their hair than somebody else. And I think that's more of an inside thing that needs to be fixed. Is what I'm getting at.
I think the world
I fixed more of my insides,
Yes, I think the world has a lot of work to do, and I think I was so proud over growing up, especially in that toxic Y2K, the kids want to call it, era where it was the toxically skinny. Is now, it vanished away in the 2010s and everything, but now it's coming back again. And I hate where we are going with society, especially the whole, if you notice, makeup brands now, they're not even specifically targeted towards women anymore. It used to be you want to look sexy, you want to hype up yourself, or it used to be a very, I said, the makeup industry, I feel has turned towards kids, teenagers and children, and that makes me really sick to think about. The fact that we're supposed to constantly try to look younger.
Well, I think it's sad too, because I wanted to always raise my kids to feel good about themselves without the makeup, but at that time I was caking it on.
And
so.
I grew up in the era with, like, especially my YouTube era, I was like the makeup video kid.
Oh yeah, you would watch
I watched
Jeffree
all of
Star?
it, and I still love Jeffree Star. Like, I love him. But my whole, when I was doing my makeup, it was always and I do it all the time, bright colors, expressive styles, doing fun stuff with it, because I think that's what
that's one thing I love about you is you can do what you always have your hair done, and but it's always different.
It's fun to do different things and to, like, play with things. And
but you're not using it to mask yourself.
No, but I think that,
you're
like, that's what
yourself
things have gotten to, is makeup used to be very versatile, very expressive, very crazy, and now it's just like copy paste.
Yeah.
And that has just gotten so I hate it so much. It's actually made me just hate it all together. Like, even now you can't even find, like, colorful eyeshadow palettes half the time anymore. That if you look genuinely, it's mostly just nudes and light pinks and things like that, because
no purples.
Everybody just needs to be the same.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want it. I just when you said that last night, it just made me, like, reflect back on that, and there is a lot of things that I would love to change about my body that I would need surgery for, because I lost so much weight. But I've realized that I have done a lot of work on myself to love my I made myself feel better in the inside. That way I can walk out the door without my face on.
I don't necessarily have, like, body issues. I don't like my, like, stomach region as much, because I got told a very awful comment from a stupid young man one time.
But you had a child.
I'm kind of over it, like, I'm kind of over that. I think that I just have, like, the sweet addiction I know is bad and I know could turn me fat. So
you also have parents that have
I turn
diabetes.
on my pants. I turn on my pants. I turn on myself, like, you're fat because only because you eat so much sweet treats.
Yeah.
But, like, I think the things that I really hated the most about myself are, like, a lot of the features that are never gonna go away. My nose.
I love your
my
nose.
teeth.
I love your teeth.
My squinty eyes.
I love your squinty
eyes. But then
eyes.
I saw this video one day that said, like, I have my nose, and it was, like, it showed even the members of this person, right? Like, I hate my ears because they're so pointy. And then it showed her grandpa saying, like, oh, but we have the same ears. I hate my eyes because they're so, this person's like, because they're so slanted. And, oh, but you have my eyes. And it's like the mom. Yeah. And that video actually made me start to cry.
Look at my hair. Look at that.
Like, that video actually made me cry. And the person said, like, you are supposed to look the way you look because that is a roadmap of your ancestors. Absolutely. You are the roadmap of what your family is. And you are history. And you are art. And that you look the way you do because that is what your family has,
Yes.
And I guess, like, yeah, we know that. But when you look at it in that perspective, like, especially, like, those are my grandpa's ears, Yeah. I get that from my mom. And, like, it just went, wow. Like, I guess you really just have to take that step back and go, you know what? I am the beauty of my family.
Exactly.
And I guess that's just helped me, like, not hate on myself so much.
I hope so, because it is a really sucky thing to be sucked into, because I believe everybody goes through it, but women tend to make it more extreme, I feel like.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of times, I've noticed a lot of women want to make it like a world issue, but what bitch have you not heard?
It's within yourself.
It's within yourself. It's within every woman. Like, tell me one time. You cannot tell me any woman at all. You cannot tell me there was not one time you pointed at your friend or you looked at some woman and you just laughed at her because of what she looked like or anything. Like, you cannot say you didn't. Women are the biggest haters on women.
Big time.
Women are the biggest oppressors for women. And I will forever feel that in my heart.
I feel like it's also that stems right back down to themselves.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really all about a love.
Every time. But it's just,
I don't know. I just wanted to touch
women's vanity, I don't think would have gotten to the point it's gotten to if we didn't do it to ourselves.
Yeah. And I just wanted to, like, in a nutshell, I just wanted to touch. I needed
what you
I
said
needed
was
last
really
night.
Nice to know.
Yeah, I needed last night because it made me like see the growth, because not all the time you're gonna see that.
Yeah.
Or you're not gonna step
Sometimes
up.
you have to have those old moments.
Yeah, and it just really like, wow, holy crap, I did that. And I did that without a psychiatrist or a therapist.
I did that by myself.
I did that by myself. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I just want our listeners, if they made it this far in, to love themselves. And you don't need all that makeup and all that. But if you want to put it on to make yourself feel better, have at her. But the work really needs to be done on the inside at the end of the day.
Yep.
Yeah. So we need to go grocery shopping now. So this is about it. Thank you for tuning into my podcast. I appreciate every single one of you. If you haven't already, go and check out my Facebook page, Chaotic Harmony, and give her a like. If you would like to support my podcast, you can either scan the QR code on my Facebook page or click the support the show link under this episode. And last but not least, go out there and embrace the weird and make normal feel boring. Oh, P.S. I'm going to try to embrace the weird. I hope my husband gets that kayak. We have tons of flooding going on in our area. We need a lot of
kayak through that cornfield.
We need a lot of love and support in our communities around us because the flooding is getting bad. So, with that being said, I am going to go out there and embrace the weird today. I hope you do too. Bye.
Bye.